My name is Colleen Cook, and I'm an environmental health and safety specialist at Texas State University. So the biggest problem that we've seen in the last couple of years relating to confetti is graduating students who are throwing, graduation photos, having, commencement. They're getting ready to celebrate with their friends and family, and part of that celebration is taking photos to put in their a graduation announcement. So when they take these photos, every student is always looking for, the coolest new thing, the Instagram-worthy, pose or photo. So one of the trends in the last couple of years has been growing is confetti. So students will throw aluminum plastic confetti, throw it up in the air, get a cool shot, and then leave it on the ground, which as soon as you leave it on the ground turns into litter, which then can float into our creeks and rivers, specifically Sesame Creek and the San Marcos River right here in town. So that can negatively impact wildlife, including the Texas blind salamander, San Marcos salamander, turtles, fish, everything right there at the headwaters of the San Marcos River. So one of the most common misconceptions that we have when trying to educate students, staff, and faculty on campus, which is my job, is people don't always know that what goes on the ground flows into the river. So part of our mission at my office is to educate folks that what goes here flows here. So anything on the ground will eventually end up in the San Marcos River by way of the storm drain system. So storm drains are all over campus. They're part of infrastructure on campus and in the city of San Marcos. So these storm drains are connected underground, so you don't see them. You might walk over them daily, but they're not something that you would necessarily notice. So all of the water, if you notice when it rains, the water has to go somewhere, so it doesn't just stay on the ground unless we're in a crazy flood. So all of that water goes into storm drains, which then go directly into the San Marcos River. So as soon as it rains, all of that confetti that's on the ground gets washed into the storm drains, flows into the river, and then sinks to the bottom or possibly gets eaten. Students should take a special interest in this project because especially students on the Texas State campus, one of the biggest things we love is the San Marcos River. So students love fishing, tubing, floating, just laying out by the river. It's something that is almost a namesake. If you say San Marcos, people think about the river. So the number one thing that they could probably relate to is, I like the river, I don't want to see it be too polluted or too dirty to be able to enjoy and swim in the years to come. Secondarily to that is we have endangered and threatened species that live in the San Marcos River. So these things are federally protected. They only exist in the upper 1 mile of the San Marcos River. So we want students to understand that there's an environmental piece, but it's also, we want to protect the river for years to come, maybe their kids, their grandkids. If they come to school here, we want to still have a river that is enjoyable by all.